Hi guys, what's up, Zach here, and today we're going to be talking through some more F1 2013 news for you guys, and as always links to these articles and videos are in the description so you can go and watch them and view the articles for yourself. Now, just the note about the gameplay, it isn't exactly the greatest. I realised it wasn't the greatest after I recorded it, but yeah, it's something to watch in the background. I definitely need to improve myself when I turn off the assists. So anyway, let's start off by talking about this interview I saw on the Eurogamer YouTube channel with Paul Geel talking about multiplayer in F1 2013. Now, pretty much everyone I think that's watching this video plays F1 2012 multiplayer, so news on F1 2013 multiplayer is key. Now, the video discusses this in much more depth than I'm going to go into here, but you can go and watch that as well. Of course, that's linked in the description. But Paul Geel says, we have made sure that all cars are equal in multiplayer, because we may remember in F1 2012, for example, the Sauber seemed to be a car that was faster over a lap than, for example, a Toro Rosso. It seemed to just be a little glitch there that they didn't realise when releasing the game, and he says that they've all been fixed for F1 2013. He also says that they're trying to make it as much like the single player experience as possible, so reducing car lag and all that sort of stuff to try and make sure, you know, obviously it's like driving career mode but against real people. I think that's the aim this year for F1 2013 multiplayer, so less car lag, and that hopefully that means better servers and connection, and hopefully that means no lag bubbles or anything like that. But for sure, looking like that side of things is much better. Classic cars are going to be available online. I don't know why. I got a bit confused when they said, I think at certain points, that you wouldn't be able to play multiplayer online. But by the looks of it, you will be able to play multiplayer classic cars online, which is good to see, and I think a lot of people wanted to see that, and to me, I'm not 100% sure on that, but by the sounds of this interview, you are able to race the classic cars online. I don't know why I'm so confused on that point. I think I've heard from different people different things, so it's a bit confusing, but by the looks of it, you will be able to drive classic cars online. Next up, we're going to be talking about pit stops and all that sort of thing, because they said that they've been able to sort of change up what you look at when they're going into pit stops. So the pit stops you're going to be seeing whilst driving the classic cars will be different to the ones you'll see whilst you're driving these sorts of cars. So I think that should mean refueling and that sort of stuff. I'm not 100% sure, so I can't say for sure that that's what they'll be doing, but by the sounds of it, we're going to be able to have refueling on that sort of stuff in the game, especially on the all in the classic cars, because obviously nowadays we don't have refueling. So by the sounds of it, we're going to have refueling, so that's good. Obviously trying to keep it as realistic to the time as possible, and hopefully they all worked out that everything perfectly. But also not really about the multiplayer, but you may realise in the video that I've linked down in the description by Eurogamer, you can see that you're racing the same, like, different cars of different years on the same track. I think, for example, it's all the 80s cars and then maybe all the 90s cars, just so obviously you sort of get that feel of driving against cars of a similar generation. Next up, F1 Co-op. Now, they said they have got some ideas to add in at a later date for that. They just made the experience a bit more refined and overall better than last year, but they have thought of some extra stuff to add in after release via F1 Racing. Was it F1 Racing? I don't know, Codemasters Racing, I think it's called. So that's nice to see. Maybe that's some sort of challenge. And that is pretty much it for multiplayer, but definitely watch the interview, guys. I'll link it down in the description by Eurogamer. It's a good interview with Paul Geel. One last thing, however, before I finish up this video, it's talking about the wheels that are going to be compatible with F1 2013. There's a link in the description to an article by Codemasters about what wheels are supported on their game. Now, I don't think, if your wheel's not on there, for example, I think it will still work, but don't think it will work as well as, I don't think they've tested it, for example. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there's a link down in the description to that to go and check out if your wheel is compatible. But that is it for this video, guys. A massive fail here on my part, going way too fast in Parabolica and spinning into Maldonado. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll definitely try my best to make sure the gameplay is better for F1 2013. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's been Alex, and I'm out here. Goodbye.